Go Beaver! Away!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a Critscast production. We are going to be watching Week 1 of Respawn League Season 7 Premier Division. We've got the closest game of the week this week, Seed 4 versus Seed 5. It is BTG, or Burnt Toast Gaming, versus Fridge Magnet Poetry. I am Michael, joined by the very fresh DuMmTm.
Interesting. I am not too familiar with this version of the map, necessarily, as a European that also doesn't have much reason to watch EGC, so it would be interesting to see how the changes affect things here. Obviously, the shotgun being a big one, I could see some other things here and there in just how lobbies worked out and something like that. Let's see how these teams can work with that.
Trickling into the server, so we are getting underway as soon as possible. Fingers crossed, touch wood. Pray to the server gods that everything stays alive.
Including the medics, unlike at the end of last game.
So I need to see them on the side of Fridge Magnet Factory just play a little bit better on the flank, because it's going to be really disappointing if they end up losing while their combo was doing really well, but their flank just kind of throws away the game.
Alright, let's see. There was a little bit of time they played, so maybe there's already something they could talk about that they want to do a little bit different here. Wasn't much to go off, but maybe it just matters for them to change some minor things up here. And obviously, like we said before, the mid-fight can have massive impact if they get a huge advantage with it here. So let's see if FMP could keep up pace here, or if Wiethoofd can improve on their own here.
Oh my Bitler, he's so fast and he's locked Crud in the shutter door. And there are a bunch of sticks on the shutter. Oh, Bitler, he has kind of rolled them on this mid. They are locked in the shutter. Crud's just coming out now, but he's completely alone. 20 health, he will get backed up on by Cookies, and that is going to be the first kill of this mid. Although Lev getting onto Omni again, two-shotting, Omni dying early again, and Rias retaliating with a kill onto Regia, the teleporter going down as well, while Lev is still behind. And this is Burnt Toast just really applying a lot of pressure on the mid. As their demo man has come back up now, this is going to be the opportunity. They need to keep themselves forward on the point here. Wait for Cred to come up as he's coming through the shutter now. He can do so much damage, and he is. Bitler, he's being pushed back behind the point, but Cruddy's just not getting heals. Rocky taking so much, and the spam coming in from the soldier behind. The Uber actually gets forced out on Jazz as JD gets his Uber as well, and will use. It looks like this is going to be a really extended mid-fight, DuMmTm.
Yeah, look at that, but in the end, it might just still be FMP on point here. Both medics went down, but obviously with JD spawning already, they're in a much better position here to just quickly get on cap before anyone can do much about it. Maybe there's a sack coming, but one way or another, this will once again be FMP on point with advantage, much less so than in the Forbidden round now. So maybe there's still hope that this doesn't take a minute and a half once again here.
Yeah, hopefully not. They don't have a massive Uber advantage like they needed before. Cows will go down, and actually so does Crud. Precious. Doing a lot of damage to clean that frag up. As he's going to wrap behind now, he does find himself fighting Luna as the Pyros both claim kills, Speedy and Precious going down. Spyfall the Scout. I don't know who that really favors. As Lev, he's going to leak behind again. He's going to be doing this a lot, and he is doing it alone. And you've got Regia going back to try and deal with him, so... although actually he's just going to fight Precious in spawn with ult, and again you see them play together and they just mop the floor with him there. Both relatively healthy at the end of it. As you're going to see, Burnt Toast, they're looking to aggress here. They're only on 70% Uber, and the Spy, how is he alive? He just basically held hands with Exquisite there as he does go past, but with Burnt Toast coming up on their Uber, they're going to be looking at fighting across the point here any minute.
Actually already in the case, went for under just 1v1s to heavy here. Left in the backline's making some work as well. Flank's been largely busted here, so makes this a whole lot easier for them to just focus on the combo and get this exchange out of the way. And with an early force as well, this is even better. Such a better Uber here for the red team.
Yeah, they're going to get chased back JD. He just needs to make sure he does not die here. He took a bit of damage, but he's not on fire, and there's no one on top of him. So, we'll be practically even Ubers as BTG do come up onto the point and cap it. They capped it 20 seconds faster than before, so that is an improvement. So we'll see what happens. They're holding it, like I said, even Ubers. Both Spies down right now, as you do have Omni getting a kill onto Lev. No more flanking shenanigans. As Omni, he's going to be one of the big players to watch. Headshot onto Crud. Does let Bitler clean up that frag with one sticky. And he's going to be ringing out shots like this all night. Expect big things, especially on Badwater. I think he'll be on a tear on that. But focusing on Asheville now, Jazzy's gone so low, he has to fall back. No heals onto Rocky or Luna. Will let the point go back in favor of Fridge Magnet a lot faster than it has been done previously. And they're looking to bring this forward. Surely they know it's even Ubers, but JD, he will get forced. And it's going to be Precious trading this Uber, though. Crud goes down. Rocky taking the rest of it. He's going to get air blasted into the air. The remainder of this Uber, no! What?
Omni absolutely destroying the heavy there, just gets dragged up just barely to the side lane for the Sniper to take down here. Really nice shots, and if the Uber wasn't already a little bit ugly by people going down beforehand, it certainly puts an end to it very quickly here as well. Exquisite overextending a little bit at the end. Heavy pick isn't nothing to scoff at, but it's still not very much in the end for them either. But at some point here, they don't have a choice. It's once again 50 seconds left for FMP. Down the Demoman as well now, but they will have to start contesting a point sooner or later here.
Yeah, definitely going to be having the BTG side. They've got to make some pressure soon. They are still even Ubers. They're coming up on 80 now, and they're getting aggressive. Speedy will go down as the gun falls as well, but that is all getting into Jazz right as the Uber looks at coming forward from them, and they have absolutely no help on the side of BTG. And Fridge Magnets, they've got the Uber. They haven't been forced just yet. 14 seconds left on the clock. They've dropped a fair few players. Bitley is out of this. But I think this should be a lock. They've got the Uber. They've got their full combo up. Exquisite should get saved here. Why aren't you? JD, just use. Dude, just use? Okay, he's finally used. Last second.
I mean, dropping the first few players in that makes sense enough, because you want the Uber to just end the round before overtime, or at least stall down the last few seconds of overtime quickly. So it makes all the sense to drop a few players here. Maybe come back with Uber if you have to, then using into nothing and just giving the point for free.
Yeah, definitely a little sketchy though, as we do have the second mid underway. And again, both demos rolling out through this shutter door. This is something that is really abnormal. I haven't seen teams ever really do this rollout through shutter where it's all players going through shutter. You do have Omni falling early, Lugnuts as well, so a player a piece down as Ult does die to the Spy, who will get cleaned up by Precious. So again, it's just trading players back and forth. You've got Burnt Gaming. They're applying a bit of pressure on the point here. Lev is pressuring a bit along with Rocky, and with Exquisite and Precious both falling. That's a lot of the firepower going down for Fridge Magnets. As with Reggie going down as well, that's flank control completely lost. And that is going to be Burnt Gaming winning this second mid.
Yeah, Burnt taking it really slow and taking a lot of pressure under. Sure, they didn't quite get banned immediately, but they kept going and going and going. And eventually they got enough kills that the numbers just started looking pretty awkward for Fridge Mat, and then they had to leave. Snipe as well coming out into Omni makes life even better. No threat of the Sniper to worry about here for them just yet. It is only even Uber on point right now, so there's still plenty of opportunity to for Fridge Magic to come back up into a fight here, but still they likely will have to exchange if they can't get a quick force here.
Yeah, Rias does go down. Actually, Cookies as well. He's putting himself in a good position right behind the combo when they do try to go forward. And I love this decloak spot. As long as no one looks at him, which no one is, he goes in, and Luna, the perfect positioning to air blast him away just before he gets the drop onto Jazz. The force will still come out, and this Uber is definitely a bit better on the side of Fridge Magnet. Although they can't really take the ground that they want to. Rias, he does headshot ult on his own bat in a fight that's happening off camera probably, as it looks like that's still going on, and that space created by ult does eventually clean up Rias. Will allow for Fridge Magnets to cap the point.
Alright, great fight for them here. It is no advantage now, but that is a little of an issue if you can just keep this point alive the way they did last round. So let's see if they can keep up the momentum here. Currently not holding too far forward, peeking over point, Exquisite far forward as Heavies like to do on this map, but gets spotted out early. Alt with the follow-up maybe cannot quite claim anyone just yet. Where's the place for Burnt though? They need to make something happen here. Finally pressure towards point. Heavy already over everyone else, just on cap of that as well. And if the players are down, it's looking like Fridge Magnet might just play the safe.
Yeah, especially with Exquisite being down, you just can't hold close at all on that corner. Because with the close fight there, Rocky is actually at a disadvantage running the Tommy Slab. It does do lower damage per second when you're closer to an enemy than a regular minigun, which Exquisite has swapped to. We've got Lugnuts though on the bats, getting a kill onto the Pyro of Link. He will lose his life for it, but I mean, hell, Pyro for an engineer isn't too bad, and actually Lev dies as well. That is not great. Reggie winning that fight in his own lobby. And with that going forward, ult does die while jumping to Rias. And it's going to be Uber's trading on the point, although Exquisite does go down. It looks like that Uber may have been meant for him. Precious will just take the rest of it as absolutely nothing happens. Even very little point play going. Cookies does die in the back lines. It's just still more edging, Dom.
Yeah, now the sniper pick rings through the Omni with a quick headshot there over the barrels will maybe change this squad a bit here. They have reason to push forward here, but everyone else is still there, so they're not making it easy on BTG at all, spamming down a lot of players there with that. So Fridge Management with a good opportunity just acted off very poorly, saw the Kings of House. Omni with another snipe though. Medic just stays in the sideline for too long as Omni rotates left to have the deep angle towards where they're holding behind the house. Still on point, but it's gonna get dire now.
Yeah, definitely. They will end up with a good bit of ad because of this, but they still don't have the point. They don't have anyone who's able to pressure it right now. Lugnuts, he's getting aggressive on his own house, putting that mini up, trying to poke a bit forward. He will lose his life for it, and his mini, it's too passive to really do anything here. So with the full combo up of Fridge Magnets, they're going to pressure this through. They will recap the point before it does get forced to the overtime. And with 30% Uber, I think this is going to be a situation that they will thrive in. And yeah, I want to see them hold aggressively here. I don't want to see them sit on their side of the point. They need to hold aggressive.
Well, once again, with the sniper pick in hand now, that's going to be a little bit easier to do if they opt to do so. For the moment, they're largely sitting back, heavy forward, and that's really all they have here. They just don't want to take them space too easily, but they also want to, first of all, get this Uber up before anything else, I would imagine. So getting that one up and ready, and with that out of the way now, they can do this whichever way they really want to. For now, it's still BTG taking the right side here, peeking forward, getting the sniper pick as well with this one. Just a second, Rias' peek comes through. That helps quite a bit, because now you have so much more freedom on sniper.
Yeah, and getting a kill under pressure as well immediately following. Rocky doing a lot of work there to get his team the presence on the point that they needed, but he does get dropped just before the Uber. I say dropped, it wasn't really a drop. They just didn't have in time. But even with losing Rocky in the Uber, they've managed to come out on top, and they're capping this up fairly freely. Heavy Pyro Engineer just spawning now for the side of Fridge Magnets. They won't have enough pressure on the point. Cookies does come in though, that is huge. Sniper and Medic kills in favor of Fridge Magnets. They need to... No way. He gets the kill on the JD, but they need to take advantage. There's no sniper, no spy for Fridge Magnets here. They do have the demo. Oh, never mind. They don't have the demo. Precious making me eat my words here. They're going to cap this up. They may be able to get it just before overtime, so that does give them a little bit of time to play with. But Rocky, look at this position. He's here. He's waiting for something. Someone to come into his sightline. And with that Tommy stuff, he can sit here very quietly. But the thing is, I don't think he'll find anyone. Fridge Magnets, they've been loving their own left-hand side. Oh, never mind.
Alright, like you said, not much more time left to go here. They really cannot afford to lose this point much at all. Otherwise, it is just a matter of them having to be on point as they lose it. Basically, BTG with some nice damage there. Gets a couple of kills, noticeable ones as well with Sniper and Spy. No pick classes helps quite a bit in getting you up and running here. They will have it before the round will end.
Yeah, and they actually do, again, they have a slight ad, although maybe that ad won't matter. I'm seeing Jazz, he's taking a lot of damage. Lugnuts does die along with Precious, trading kills again. Cows, he doesn't die but eats a lot of damage. Cookie falls while going in for a pick. Rias does die, so that sniper advantage going to ring in favor of the Fridge Magnet team as they're coming forward. Their Uber is up, there's only 75% for BTG. They're going forward, and that's just, it's gross.
They're just dedicating themselves to the low ground on the right side so early, and all on Roof is just dealing all the damage in the world with no one contesting him. The rest of the team cleans up quickly with that, and that is just the last second panic mode, really making them make some mistakes here happening.
Yeah, realizing that they're not going to get the Uber in time, and that they need to make something happen, as we do have a third mid coming in. Again, both demos rolling through the shutter door, and I'd say BTG again getting the better end of it, but JD, he eats a lot of damage. He's on 40 health here, and that's essentially the mid. JD can't commit, and this is a map where you need to be able to commit your medic. He's fallen back, and his team is just falling around him. He's not even healing at this point. He's just looking to live. I think that is definitely the right call, as he does have his Pyro with him. They're going on the bats. Regia has found the spy, and he will get the kill. So a small consolation there, as Medic will be fairly safe outside of a cheeky shot from Rias, as he's standing on the point looking for it, but they're doing a good job at keeping him off of this angle. So I think JD should stay pretty safe here.
Alright, well, mid-win finally for BTG. They went from a bad loss to a fine loss where the Manic stayed alive. Now we're here. Sounds all the better right now. Let's see if they can keep this going from here on out. It is even worse, so you wouldn't imagine Fridge Magnet to waste too much time here. Still obviously looking for something to play off here. Soda Pick is a start, no early sacks here coming through, so they will only have to use once they feel probably needed to. Crawler getting sniped as well. Players dropping for burnt house. You need to make a decision where you want to be holding now against this.
Yeah, and Lev going down as well. Rias as well. 3 really key picks. And that is going to be Blue using their Uber and Jazz. He gets completely separated from his team. He's knocked up in the sky and is being knocked forward by Link. He's in the middle of the point as he fades an Exquisite. He's right on top of him, and Exquisite will help his team clean up Jazz and Crud, as they just need to start capping the point here. Although Kals, he comes in. Really good cleanup frag. It's still going to be Ad. JD does spawn a lot sooner. Actually, no, it's not a lot sooner. Only a few seconds, and it's practically even. Don't even worry about my silly ramblings. Spawn waves are a strange beast, as this is going to be Fridge Magnets getting their first time on the round, pretty much flipping what happened in the first round of this map, not including the first server that died on us.
The forbidden round.
The forbidden round of a minute 30 in favor of BTG this time. So we'll see if they can take advantage of it and make something happen. Convert this into their first round, maybe.
Everyone's eating so much damage. Shut up. Littler just really putting him in a tough task here. Many has to play this safe. Jazz has no help whatsoever. Makes it harder for the rest of the team to play as well, but they're winning fights right now, despite not really having kills for the longest time here. Cookie is with the decloak, but gets spotted instantly as well. And this fight, very quickly, just on raw DM, going burnt toast away much quicker than I would have imagined. Sniper going down late as well, and all falls Uber here. Jazz doesn't have it though.
Yeah, he's just gotten his Uber now, and he has used. They get the kill on the lug nuts with it. They shouldn't be able to kill. Although I say they shouldn't be able to kill JD. Oh, Cal. He almost had the opportunity for a second kill, but he was killing the teleporter instead of turning around for the medic that walked right past him. So that if it ends up being a Fridge Magnet round this round, I think that is going to be one of the big plays that just kind of, or not even plays, the kind of an anti-play of just going in favor of Fridge Magnets here. So we'll see what happens. We are going to have some frags spreading across the point. Nothing too absurd. Engineer and Scout dying for either team. It looks like the Spy Speedy, he's tried for something. He did butter knife Bitler there. He'll fall down and get the kill onto Exquisite. So, and he's actually still alive, so it's not too bad. But the sniper's still ringing out shots across the map, trying to find something. Cows will die on his own Bast ult. And Ult looking to get onto Rias here. Hit one rocket, hit a second, and that will be the kill, as Ubers are being traded actually into BTG right now. Link taking a solo. I've been seeing him do this quite a lot to deny space. He does get abandoned at the end of the Uber, but that is a BTG wipe. I mean, yeah, that's a wipe. Lunar alive, but he's the only one, and he may even die to ult back here, but his reflex are pretty good.
I don't think so.
No.
There's nowhere to go forward. He tried to hide in the corner next to the boiler, but there was nowhere to go. Spawn's coming as well. That man's life was over. Still, that's a life well lived, I would say, with how this is looking right now. Sure, they're down on time quite a bit, but with Spite going this way, they're in position to make this time up pretty quickly here. Uber advantage on point right now. About a minute deficit. That certainly can make up for that. They keep this point nice and safe with what they have going here. Let's see if Burnt House Gaming can find an opening quickly here. Cookies will maybe have something to say about this. No, misses the decloak timing.
Yes, that's going to be both spies falling. Full, or not full, but like what? This has ended up being a 30% Uber advantage in favor of Fridge Magnets. You've got Cows going behind. He will fight Ult, and Lev's there with him, so that's going to be happening on the flank while the combo tries to make something happen. Luna Snow does go down, as Rocky as well, just Jazz as well, and Crud, he'll be the cherry on the cake. He will fall, and JD tries to get bombed, but Cows doesn't hit any of his rockets. Link on the enemy bats, flare gunning Rias. Hey, that's a way to get a sniper pick as he comes back and deals with the spy as well, still doing his job as the pyro.
Yeah, and they need that job right now. That was actually not the worst opportunity otherwise for the spy to act off something here. People forward still getting some more damage. Cookie gets the sniper as well. Pyro in the back lane's Link. We were talking about him doing his job. He wants to do more than just that, but Flank doesn't quite go through.
And Cookies, he's coming up on the Crud, does get the kill onto Crud, so there's another key combo pick down for 10 on Crud, catching that long spawn wave. As you've got Ult, again, he's trading for kills in the lobby. It seems to be working for them, you know, Ult, he is playing alone for the most part, but it's making the space. It's just chaos. It's pure chaos that they can't deal with. Precious is onto the enemy battlements, getting a kill onto cows as JD's Uber does get forced, but with 4 seconds left, they just aren't even... Oh, what's happening here? I hope that lag was just for me, because otherwise that would be rather unfortunate, but no one from the side of BTG coming forward. That will be a 3-0, and while the time... See, the time, if you look at the time for the rounds, you'd say it's close. But every time Fridge Magnets got every time they got the point, they got control, they just rolled. We are back, everyone. Thank you very much for waiting with us, but it looks like we are going to be getting this game underway again on Badwater. In case you've forgotten, because it has been a little bit of time, this is BTG versus Fridge Magnet Poetry on Badwater. They've played Asheville. Fridge Magnet Poetry won at 3-0, and we are underway now, DuMmTm.
Yeah, welcome back to 2009, where we're playing 8v8 in Australia.
Yep. That was the decision made by the teams. They both have players that can't play at this point, so they're just going to play 8v8. And what is it? Let me check the... So it is going to be blue on offense playing without a heavy, and red on defense playing without a pyro.
See, the real play is now to just like switch someone around when it feels necessary. Have something, and the pyro on first seems kind of necessary, to be honest.
Yeah,
I arguably rather have it than a spy on this point. On offense, a spy is fine.
Okay, you see, actually, no, here's the thing. They've actually opted to... They opted to run the scout instead of the pyro, I think.
Oh, yeah, scout as well, I guess.
Yeah, no, because the thing is, it's Luna on scout right now, who's normally their pyro player. And he's just sitting at spawn. I guess they're thinking about it. He's staying on the scout. That's really interesting. Scout is one of the classes you don't really need on defense, at least. So we'll see if maybe he swaps off. Oh, and he has. He's gone pyro now, so he'll be a bit late. But we do have gates opening again. 8v8. Yeah, this is something. But Bitler, he's trying something a little different. He's bombed up and gotten completely denied. And Jazz, the balls on this man, 20 health with a soldier above him, does not force. That's going to be Cookies dying. Link is behind. Link is going to look to get something onto Rias here, surely. Yep, and he does get the flare punch onto Rias and survives. And he will just die to the gun. So I'd say that's a pretty worthy trade, honestly. Pyro for the sniper. And they're just going to push this cut through and try and do the same thing as before. This is going to be a full team push through. Precious, he will die to the sticks. And Luna on the scout, he does fall down. And oh my god, it's a complete beasting when they drop. The Uber does get used, but they're going to get practically nothing with it. As both teams trade, the gun is still up, but it is sapped. So, make me eat my words, why don't you, Fridge Magnet? As they're going to continue pushing through here. Crud goes very low, Rocky as well, but Regin now on the heavy. He's going to have Speedy come up behind him. Speedy will get him, and he will struggle to get Bitler. But Rocky will be there to clean up the job, spamming, and will kill Precious as well. A nice 3-kill for him on the cart to deny this, and it looks like Fridge Magnet, they are not going to have...
God. At the end, into choke by all, he's trying all game. Finally we get one. All it took was the pyro to disappear.
Yeah, that's actually, it might be a fairly similar time. What's that? Minute 30,
Yeah,
same
about.
time?
It is different now though, because there's no medic on the whole point. No, Jazz will spawn here in time with the different forward spawn. To at least consider doing this, but I don't know if they really would want to.
Yeah,
they have an L2, yeah, actually, but that's about it.
Yeah, they did get the gun, but oh no, Lugnuts dies early, the gun will fall. Rias gets a kill on the Omni from the spawn, but I mean, it's still just not enough. Cows does get in, and does a lot of damage to JD, and will get the kill. So that's pretty much going to stop everything in its tracks. His ult is going behind, he'll grab the pack and just kind of sit there.
Yeah, once again, if you're wondering, this is not live. This is in fact a game from 2009, which we time traveled to, courtesy of League admins here. And since some people couldn't play anymore after the delays we already had earlier, on top of this one now, it is 8v8.
Yep, and Precious and Bitler both going for the cap, but they don't get it.
Oh, you can stand on that on sniper as well up there.
Wait, oh my god. Oh my god,
that is disgusting.
I love it because, yeah, you can jump up from the rocks. But I mean, it's going to be really difficult for the spy, but where can you look? Rias just headshots him from the spawn door. I like the exploration, but I think it was failed. He was looking for India and found the Americas, and was oh so heavily disappointed because of his foresight into the year 2020. So we're just going to see more stalemating. Uber advantage in favor of BTG this time, so they do have a pretty good shot at making a decent second hold, as they did get rolled through second in a minute and a half before, and I believe they've already bested that. And I believe they also lost third really quickly as well. I think it was like a 3-minute 45 cap to the third point. Jazz does have his Uber force, so that is going to be him going through, getting force. So it will be Uber advantage in the favor of Fridge Magnets, as they are yet to cap the point. Rocky, though, does get the force. Big plays by him.
Very early one as well. They drop so many plays with that as well. Actually, this is going to be tough to really make much happen, because who's going to take care of the gun now? It's the sniper and the scout on beam. They're still trying to peek forward here. Maybe a quick snap on the engine could do the job. But in the end, it's at least enough distraction to get the cap going. Rias alone on cart cannot stop this from happening. So point gets capped, but this is still a little bit awkward here, since they do still have to do some more work here. Jazz escaping alone. Luckily, no one's waiting on the other side here.
Yeah, not like before, where Alt was waiting for him. I still don't know if Jazz actually died or not. I didn't check. It basically looks like so the teams agreed to an 8v8, the 9th player joined for a team, and they paused, saying, no, this is an 8v8 game from 2009. So, okay, we're back in the past.
I admire the effort to try to come back here.
But no, this is no longer Highlander. This is Highland with an E on the end. Just drop one.
So, and again, we make a 2009 joke, but this is how people used to play. This was a real thing before 6v6 or 9v9 got established each. I don't know why, because smaller teams make sense, and all classes at once make sense. Why the awkward middle ground, I will never understand.
And what, like, wasn't 2 medics allowed as well, I think?
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure. I was speaking to someone, I'm pretty sure they said they used to run, like, Uber and Crits double medic strat on 8v8, so you never know. Anything was possible in 2009, 2009, including a force on the JD that they do absolutely nothing with, except lose a bunch of health and fail to push the cart forward at all. Speedy is onto Omni. Big kill if he can get it, but Omni's kind of just not getting killed, and yeah, okay, he'll live. Question mark in the chat, honestly.
This is well left drawing, yeah.
That's viable. That's viable. I agree with the question mark there. That was pretty bad. And this is where the pause is in. Lev is in the server. And yep, there it is. Lev is gone. We're back to an 8v8.
What a funny little moment, you know. Can't get this anywhere else.
No, this is... I mean, yeah, no, never mind. I'm just... Pardon my interjection there. I was going to say something, but I think it's probably best to not, because I don't want to curse myself. Omni does go down, gets headshot, and then shot in the foot by Rias for him to lose his life. And you've actually got Cows and Ult both using the direct hit here. Ult I kind of get. You can just spam do so much damage, but yeah, I don't know. It's a little strange. They're just having a fight here. Cows does win it, and the Uber does get used onto Rocky here. We'll get a kill on the Bitler. JD is still alive, not healing, but he's got a 90% Uber ad, so it's pretty good for him regardless. But they just need to get this next push, otherwise it's going to be a very solid 30 wins for BTG, and that is a good way to open it up.
We now have a Pyro back on the defense as well here, so they are actively making decisions as to what they think will probably be best here. Which is, I suppose, the most interesting thing you can add onto this 8v8 game. The one class which option you have.
Yeah.
Oh, Pyro's not with the medic though, and that's ending their life pretty quickly. Pyro just a bit too late to come back. Luna gets stabbed for that in the end as well. Bitler doesn't realize he doesn't have to jump out, so goes down for no reason. But still, Lima did its job, just went deep with the advantage they had. He killed everything alive, with Rias going down late. On top of that, no sniper threat right now, and this is looking mighty nice for them now.
Yeah, and it looks like they're just going to roll this through. Controlling a lot of players. Omni, he is just hitting head after head here. Ult tried to make something funky happen at the spawn, but it won't happen. And they're just really covering the cart nicely here. Everyone coming out from the same door, and while Omni has gone down, they just couldn't get any presence on the cart. That is going to be a 7.5 minute push to last. And that's probably, honestly, about what I would have expected from the first round that got interrupted.
That sounds like a pretty good time for a 99 game.
Yeah.
For an 8 game, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a totally different meta. I'm seeing what class differences do we have now. So red is not running a soldier. So no soldier on the defense. And we are no scout on the offense?
I suppose. That seems strange. I'd rather just not have the NG. I guess the NG tunnel is nice, but the faster, like, cap time itself is just really good.
Yeah.
Maybe you can just switch off later, when it comes down to just needing to cap desperately.
I also just realized we've had a bit of a shuffle here. So Omni is playing heavy. And so hang on. So
Precious sniping, yeah.
Omni playing heavy, Precious is sniping. Alt was sniping and I was scared for a little bit there. No, okay. He's not a bad sniper, but I mean Precious and Omni are both better. And yeah, Alt admits in the chat that they hate his sniper. Yeah, honestly, that's reasonable. Precious, he's trying to get up onto the rocks, but failed the Sir, so he's going to have to play on the low ground to start off with. And let's see, will he hit the shot onto Rias? No, he misses. So we'll see if Cookies can clean up after him. As we do have the gates opening. Precious, he'll get the kill onto Lugnuts instead. He'll settle for that.
Already good start here. The Sax starting to come through, not quite getting to the medic yet. Unfortunately, though, for the side of Burnt Toast, so they will have to settle with just capping some more here. Lugnut's back to scout, probably realizing they want the faster cap time here as much as they can. Pressure's still doing well for what it's worth on top of that. So things not currently starting off too well for Burnt Toast, but we've only spent a few seconds here just yet. So not much to worry about as maybe a take two comes in. The scout bonks once again, and the demo is getting ready to jump in deep as well. See what Sackwave 2 will bring as they're trying to see if they can find the medic, but they're not finding much in the end.
Yeah, really. Like the bonk scout is good if the NG doesn't wrangle the gun, but Reg, he knows his stuff. He's just going to wrangle it and shoot what needs to be shot. So he's finding Lugnuts on the cart. Lugnuts, apparently his engineering does not transition to scout, as this cart is getting pushed forward. We're a minute in, and it's just coming out of the tunnel now, but the thing is, the setup by Fridge Magnet here, it is a better setup to deal with the cart being edged toward. The gun is not the position where it can be killed from the cart. So that's going to be something I think will end up playing in their favor as, oh boy, Jazz. Jazz, you're playing a dangerous game, buddy. You're pushing uphill on 30 health. Rocky does give him the fat Sanger. As Reggie moves his gun, it does get sapped right as the push comes in and it will fall. But this Uber is going to be so much better from JD. They only just need to use it now. They don't lose anyone. All comes through the teleporter, but they need to make sure that they stop this cap. Link does go down to deal with it, and he will actually end up finding a kill onto Crud. No, it's Alt who steals it from Meme Spoon coming out. As it looks like Fridge Magnets, they're going to solidify their hold on this first point.
I was a bit sad for Bitler. He took like 3 stickies and 2 pipes to try to kill the scout on card, and in the end it's market garden for it anyway.
Yeah.
Because it just took too long, it's kind of sad. But in the end, hey, they stopped the cap. As much as the Scott and Die, they weren't actually able to play point at all. So it all stays together for now. A little bit more cap line here. The combo wants to go in. No one's stopping Alt at all. Okay, just in time. Met back turn to the soldier there as well. That's good for disastrous.
Damage! Link on the card. He will end up combining with Omni to get 2, but Rocky with the beam on him in the tunnel will end up cleaning that up. But they still have to push the cart. It's just a heavy. The Spy, he's trying to make something happen here while the backs are turned, but Reggie, he's still looking. He won't get a stab, will Speedy, but he will sap the gun right as the blue team manages to cap this out. Oh no, JD, he's alone and on 96%, so nothing for him there, but they do get the force, so they're just taking this straight up onto the roof, and it's just a pyro and an engineer here, level 1 gun, nothing will come of it, and that's actually going to be a second point roll here. There's not going to be able to set anything up here, so they need to get back on the third very quickly. Reggie staying alive through that will make it relatively easy for them, though. With 4 minutes left, we are at a pretty...
his spy and himself opening the shutter door as the invis spy walks through. Both of them die. Link as well on top of that. Everyone's getting baited.
But they have the gun. It's level 1. Reg is off getting ammo right now, so he's coming back. He'll build it up, but no. Omni, Bitler, JD all fall. 4 minutes left on the push, and this looks like it's going to be a fairly quick third point. Reg, though, doing a good job to stay alive again. The last point is an easier point to set up a gun on, but with the full Uber coming out in a second here, they're going to need a miracle to try and stop this from happening, and it is not going to come in the form of Cookies. Shortly, this Uber just rolls forward and they bring this in. This requires a miracle from the side of Fridge Magnets here.
Well, it is Last still. Last is not the most changed out of these points, and it just comes down to the Uber right now to do a lot of work here, and it's getting the medic and a couple kills in the end, but the defense holding strong is maybe the miracle they needed, because from this position on forward, Last is so much harder to contest.
Okay, they did get the medic very late in that, though. I believe that was... Who was it? Wait,
That was
no.
a demo man, I'm pretty sure went deep with
So,
Uber.
yeah, so they killed... No, the red medic died. But spawned later. Hang on. Or did he just get put on the worst spawn wave of all time?
Well, Rex
I
didn't
think
have
his,
the worst spawns
yeah,
anyway, so...
I think his spawn was just really terrible. He died before and ended up with disad, so they're going to push through this anyway. Don't need to worry about Uber advantage. They're coming in, focusing the gun that does get sapped. And with players getting caught in this corner, that is practically a wipe here. Rocky eating arrow after arrow. He's a very healthy Russian man, dealing so much damage and cleaning up the frags. And with all but Precious dead, no one's good enough in this situation. Cry for all of your sniper gods. That is not going to stop Burnt Toast Gaming from winning Badwater.
Yeah, they are now officially the best 8v8 team of 2020.
So, yeah, unless you've got anything else to add, Dum, I think that'll do us for the night.
Yeah, just again, shout out to everyone having here, and you can follow us on our Twitters. You should be able to see on stream, and every other information for Kurtzcast as well. Your Twitter, my Twitter, Connor's Twitter, all linked below here. If you want to see more Highlander, type the name in on Twitch and you will find it. And hopefully I see you there.
Hell yeah. I might set up and watch that. So yeah, look, shout out to you, Dum, for joining me tonight. Shout out to Connor in production. Shout out to both teams for kind of just, getting through, finishing this game with all the issues we had tonight. I'm glad that it did see an end tonight instead of needing to be delayed. And a few other things that I do need to let everyone here know about. Make sure to follow Kritzcast on everything. And when I say everything, I mean Twitch and YouTube. So if you're watching me, listening to me right now, watching this channel, and you're not following Kritzcast, follow. And then
That's
go to YouTube.
cringe.
If
you're not following.
That is legally committing cringe. So you need to follow. And then if you want to watch this later on YouTube, go and subscribe to YouTube as well. Also, check out the Twitter and the Discord. And if you really want to go that extra step, go above and beyond, check out the Patreon and the merch, because they have some sweet merch. And I believe links for that, they should be on screen, and I believe our lovely producer Connor is also putting them in the chat, so you can just go straight to them. You don't need to search. We're giving it to you on a silver platter. So with that is us done for tonight. Keep an eye out for any future Respawn League Highlander coverage, because we want to do more. We want to do more. Games shouldn't be like this in the future. We should see 9v9s to the end of the season. So I'm Michael, joined by DuMmTm. We'll see you later.
Hi, old beaver! Away!